a best-of-3 ECAC quarterfinal matchup. Mesa Rink is the place to be starting on Friday night. Princeton in town, and Union is ready to roll coming off the bye week. You earned that bye week. Union earned it, and hopefully well-rested and ready to go with the Princeton Tigers coming into town. Should be a fun weekend. The head coach is Rick Bennett, and he joins us as always. We've had him on several times. Always enjoy a chat with the coach here on Big Board Sports on 104.5 A Team, ESPN Radio. Coach Bennett, Roger Weiland, Brian Mariano this morning filling in for Chris Honorato, who's on assignment, Rick. He's on assignment this morning.
On assignment, huh?
Yeah, you want to know what the assignment is?
Safe travels on the assignment.
He's on a train to Brooklyn to watch Syracuse and North Carolina in the ACC basketball tournament.
I like that assignment.
Good assignment, right?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not a bad assignment. Let's talk about your assignment. Beat Princeton. Let's talk about your season to date, where you're at right now, heading in to a best-of-3. Did you wisely use the bye week?
Yeah, we tried to find the balance, just talking with the coaching staff, that, the rest, the work, the academic ratio, and, we hopefully, I guess you never know until we go through this series if it was correct or not. But, we try to put our best foot forward with what we thought was going to be, somewhat successful here.
Are you playing, close to your best hockey right now going in? All coaches like to peak in March. The madness is here. You feel like you're sitting on a pretty good run here?
Well, based on the second half, felt like we were playing well at times. I don't know how. I think the one thing going into playoffs that just have to question a little bit is just the overall consistency from Friday, Saturday nights. Sometimes it took us a little bit to get going on Friday nights, and we were playing about, sometimes 5 periods on a weekend of 6. Some it was 4. And we were lucky enough that we had the goaltending to get by. So I don't think in playoffs you can rely on that, especially against this Princeton team.
Yeah, we ran some sound bites as we get some lingo for TV here from you and some of your players, and some of the line of questioning with you guys yesterday at your media availability was just that. What's going on this Friday night thing with you? Have you just not all year? Just Friday nights have been an issue?
No, it's we tried something different. In the second half, we came back after Christmas. I asked the coaching staff, Jason Tapp and John Ronan, a question, and that's nice to have a staff that's blatantly honest. And they just said, I think we're tired. And so I was kind of taken back a little bit, but, I appreciated the input. So we tried a couple different things in the second half. When we were at home, we gave them Wednesday off, so an extra day off. And when we went on the road, we took Thursday off. So, we felt on our Saturday nights we were going pretty darn good, but, on Friday nights, it took the engine a little while to get revved up.
Rick Bennett, a Union's men's hockey coach, joining us here on 104.5 The Team. If you're interested in going this weekend to Mesa Rink, they're actually giving away raffle tickets for you to join the Union hockey team next year, going to Ireland and Northern Ireland, so you can purchase those tickets at the game this weekend. And a weekend that there's really not a lot going on in the capital region, so you can head out to Mesa Rink. Coach, for you guys, how important is it to have the home games for the crowd at Mesa Rink?
I'd rather play here than play on the road. So we kind of picked it up, our home record, and as opposed to actually playing on the road, because it seemed like we were on the road the whole season. But that's just the way it kind of played out. And I think taking advantage, especially that last game against Cornell, really felt that, the community came out, students came out. It was an electric atmosphere. And I think, I think some of our players with, let's just say some of their hits, put the crowd in the game. And it just really took off from there. So hopefully we get the same type of atmosphere for the Princeton series as we did the last game of the year.
How do you match up with Princeton, and what does it mean, Rick, to sweep them in a regular season? Do you put any stock into that, and what is the matchup like this weekend?
I guess, the coach speak will tell you, that doesn't matter. whether it does or doesn't, I guess we won't find out again until after after this series is complete. But this is a very dangerous team. This team was picked to be, in the top 4 this year. And for whatever reason, I think they went through some hurdles, but they've been playing some excellent hockey. And watching them on tape, it looks like we're watching the 1985 Oilers here with Gretzky and Messier and Paul Coffey, and I think Grant Fear's in net because he was a lefty, and their goaltender's a lefty. So I know I'm dating myself with that team, but I'll tell you what, that team was one of the best ever. And this Princeton team, boy, they got tremendous offense, and they can really go.
What makes you guys so good, has made you your team so good this year? Because in those preseason, you talk about them being picked, higher, maybe as a 4 or whatever the number was in preseason. You weren't picked that high. You were what, 6, 7? You were in the middle of the pack somewhere.
Roger, I don't even know where we were picked, to be quite up front with you. I really don't. That doesn't have any bearing basically whatsoever. Just shows how smart that the coaches and I guess some of the media, I'll say, are, but not yourself. It's I would kind of put it in the fact of we got beat up early. And what I mean by that is we started out 0-5. Well, I thought we were playing decent hockey. The guys never caved in. They didn't bend, because I think bend is a weakness word, and it just kind of took their lumps. And then once we got within our league, I think some of the hardships that we faced really helped us.
Well, it sounds like and it feels like you're playing really good coming in. You had a week off. You got the home ice. So I think it sets up for a good weekend. But you're right, your team, and I'm sure you're always concerned about, all right, your team being ready to play, right? I mean, yes, you have the home ice, you had the week off, but still mentally ready to go and not underestimate how good Princeton, could be if you take them lightly. But I'm sure you have addressed that over and over this week.
Yeah, that's always been something for the players and the coaching staff, trying to find that right blend of how do we get these guys battle ready during a bye week. And we try, certain drills, try to mock what Princeton will do, but you just never know until you get thrown in the battles. And, the only way to get acclimated is to drop the puck and have at it. And I think it's going to, it hopefully doesn't take us a while to get revved up, but you know what? It's just one of those things you never know. And I think, I don't know if it's coach walking in there and standing on his head and having a fiery speech. I think it's got to come from within the room, our leadership group, and let's get ready to play.
Yeah, and get that first one on Friday night. I think you'll be off to a great start. Rick, great season so far. Keep it rolling. Good luck against the Tigers this weekend.
Yeah, thanks for covering us, guys. Really do appreciate it.